Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Victoria if you are new, and today I'm going to be reviewing and doing a look with each of the three palettes from the Colourpop Dark Blooms collection, as well as showing you two of the Velvet Luxe liquid lips and one of the lip glosses. So for the palettes we have Ornate, Grandeur, and Baroque. And for the lipsticks, I picked up Fatale, Ingenue, and for the lip gloss, I picked up Lust. The lip glosses and lipsticks retail for $8, and the palettes retail for $14 each. The collection comes with one more lipstick and two more lip glosses that I wasn't able to pick up just yet, and three blushes, I believe. The blushes, I think, are only available on the Colourpop website. They weren't available at Ulta where I picked up mine. And also it's kind of just like overwhelming with Colourpop sometimes because this is a fairly new collection, but since they've released this and since I've picked this up, they've already released like two different palettes, like two more palettes and two collections or something, like they're going to, I don't know. It's just really hard to keep up with them. But I am excited to show you guys these today. They're just so beautiful, and as soon as I saw them I knew I had to pick them up. So I'm gonna show you all of these swatches and then we'll get into the looks. I will swatch these on my arms when I swatch the eyeshadow palettes, but I also do show you guys what they look like on after the first look. So if you're interested in seeing these on the lip, they will be at the end of my first look. So I'm going to start off with the Grandeur palette, and I'm going to prime my eyes with the Alamar Cosmetics Primero primer. So I really want these looks to be very dark and very like smoky, just to kind of go with the theme of like the dark blooms. So to start, I'm going to take the shade Mode, which is like this mid-tone brown. So I'm just taking this on the outer corner, working it into the crease and bringing it down. And now I'm going to blend out the edges of that with the shade Dusk, which is like this lighter brown here. And I'm kind of starting on top of that Maude shade and blending outward. Now to deepen up my crease and the outer corner, bringing it a little bit more in, I'm going to use the shade Jolie. This one is kind of like a brown purple. I don't even know if I'm describing this right. And it's one of those matte glitters. It is a matte eyeshadow, but it also has a little bit of like shimmer to it. I'm like not 100% in love with this kind of formula, but I don't absolutely hate it. I know quite a lot of people do have problems with them. There is some fallout with these and quite a bit of kick up in the pan, but nothing too bad. Kind of blending those in with that fluffy brush that I used for blending out Dusk. Now, the two eyeshadows that stand out the most to me in this palette, and the ones that I'm going to use next, are the shades Monaco and Excess. So it's this beautiful like teal shimmer and then this gold pressed glitter. So I'm taking the shade Monaco on my finger. This one is kind of like those matte glitters, but I think it has like a little bit more than the other ones. So it is like more towards a shimmer than a matte. And I'm just gonna take that all over my lid. I think that is such a beautiful color, especially for this time of year. Now, for my inner corner, I'm going to use that Excess pressed glitter. This is actually going on nicely with a brush. I was tempted to use my finger because I usually find that pressed glitters work better for me, or I'm able to make them work a little bit more with my fingers. This is actually a really nice pressed glitter and it's easy to pick it up with a brush, which I really appreciate. And I'm kind of tapping it onto my lid just a little bit. I kind of want it to look like a firework in the corner of my eye. For the brow bone, I'm going to use the shade House, which is like this really pretty like golden cream shimmer. And this one's got some really nice pigment. So I'm just taking it very lightly. I don't want it to look too heavy. So I went ahead and just did both sides. And now for the lower lash line, I'm gonna use both Maude and Monaco. So these two here. I'm gonna start off with Maude. And I'm just bringing that down from the outer corner. Now I'm gonna go in with Monaco. So I'm just keeping it very close to the lash line. And I'm not going all the way into the inner corner. Now going back in with Maude, just kind of blending it out even more. Okay, now I'm going to add some lashes as well as some eyeliner on my waterline. And then I will go ahead and show you the lipsticks and the lip gloss. So first I'm going to show you the lip gloss just on its own. This is the Lust lip gloss. So it does have like some kind of gold shimmer to it. And it's kind of like a really pretty like peachy pink. And it smells really good too. And it feels really nice. I like this lip gloss. I think it's got a really pretty tint to it. Okay, now I'm going to show you the two lipsticks that I got. I've got the shade Fatale and the shade Ingenue. So they're both kind of like very mauve-y. So I'm gonna start off with Fatale. And I don't think these like dry to like a matte finish. They do say velvet on them. The formula is very soft. The color is really pretty. It's like a peony pink. I don't know if I would necessarily wear this color with this look, but but I just wanted to kind of show you what the lipstick looked like. Okay, on to the next lipstick, which is the Ingenue. So this one is like a lighter version of Fatale, I would say. They're very similar in like the pink tones that they carry. And again, I don't think I would necessarily wear this color with this look, but it is still a really pretty color. And I'm gonna try this one with the lip gloss. So I'm just gonna let it dry a little bit before I go in with that. Now, because the lipsticks don't dry completely, it does seem to be moving around a lot with the lip gloss. The lipstick was already pretty light, but the lip gloss made it even lighter. To finish off this look, I do want a more like nude lipstick rather than like a pink, a more brownie nude. So I'm going to take the chocolate lipstick from the Glamlight Ice Cream Dream collection. And I'm going to use that lip gloss, the Lust lip gloss on top. So I am still using some of this collection with this look. I just felt like a color like this would kind of go a little bit better with like the brown shades that I used in this look. Now adding the lip gloss. And this is the finished look using the Grandeur palette. Now I'm going to move on to Baroque. Okay, so once again, starting off with Primero primer. So I want to start off with the shade Bébé, which is this beautiful like blue-gray. I think it's probably my favorite shade in this palette. I'm just working that on the outer corner and into the crease. Now with a slightly fluffier brush, I am starting to blend that out a little bit. Now with this light blue matte, I'm going to blend that out even more. This is the shade Bougie. It's like a sky blue, like a baby blue, very pastel. Kind of going on top of that, starting on top of that, and then just blending out. Going back in a little bit more with Bébé. And I am going to clean it up so it is a little bit more sharp once I do my face makeup. Now to deepen up the crease and a little bit on the outer corner, I'm going to take the shade Stunner, which is like this pretty blue indigo dark matte. Really just focusing it on the outer corner and slightly into the crease. Tiny bit of fallout with this one, nothing too crazy. And I am gonna go back in with my fluffy brush and a little bit of that Bougie color. Now I don't want to do like a super sharp cut crease, but I am going to clean up my lids a little bit with some concealer. And I am just gonna dab a little bit of that primer back on top of that concealer. Now I'm going to take like this multi-shift eyeshadow. It's the shade Noble. It's kind of got like a blue and purple shift. Focusing on the inner half. Now I'm going to take the shade Etiquette, which is one of those matte glitters. It's kind of similar to this one up here, the first one that I used, Bébé, but just with that matte glitter, and it's a little bit lighter. I'm going to tap it on the second portion, blending into that Noble shade. And then I'm going to darken up that outer corner again with the shade Stunner, which is that dark indigo matte. Kind of bringing it at an angle towards my lash line. And then just deepening up that crease to kind of really create that contrast. Now for both my brow bone and my inner corner, I'm going to use the shade Ritzy, which is another one of those like multi-reflective eyeshadows. It's a little bit lighter. It's got like the pink and light blue shimmer. And then just kind of blending that in to that Noble eyeshadow on my lid. And then just going lightly on my brow bone. So I just went ahead and did my face makeup, and I will clean up underneath just to make it a little bit more sharp. I am going to add a winged liner, but first I'm going to do the lower lash line. And I'm going to start with the shade Bebe. And I'm kind of taking it very lightly. I don't want to go too heavy with this. I am just kind of gently blending into that outer corner. Now, closer to my lash line, to my waterline, I'm going to take the shade Lounge, which is like this dark purple. I'm just kind of patting this on. I'm not gonna blend it out too much. Now for a winged liner. I am following that edge. And you could totally skip this part because I really do like how it looks without the eyeliner. This is just gonna make it a little bit more dramatic. Now, just to add some lashes, and then I will finish it off with the lips. I think the two lipsticks might be a little bit too pink again for this look. So I'm going to use like this brownie nude from Morphe. It is the shade True Story. I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely love the way the Morphe liquid lipsticks smell. And I am going to add again that same gloss from this collection, the Lust gloss. And I'm just gonna add this to the center. And I just realized I moved on to the lips without adding lashes. So I'm gonna do that now. Okay, so this is the finished look using the Baroque palette. I've got to say, I really do love the colors in here. It's unlike anything that I have in my collection. Okay, now I'm going to move on to the last palette, which is the Ornate. Now, I really want to use like this matte yellow that is in this palette. It is the shade Siren, so I'm going to start off with that. This is mostly going to be in the crease. And I'm kind of just blending up as I pack that on. I am going to take a fluffier brush with a little bit more of that yellow and really start to blend that. Now for the outer corner, I'm going to take the shade Arrival, which is like this maroon burgundy shade. I'm just lightly taking that into the crease, not all the way, just about right here. Bringing it a little bit more onto my lid. Now I think this look is mostly going to be using the matte shades with a little bit of the shimmers on the inner corner and brow bone. So for the inner portion of my lid, I'm going to take both Charisma and Shh. So this one and this one. And I'm going to start off with Charisma. This one is more like a coral, orangey pink. And I'm just going to place this on the inner portion. I got a little on my inner corner, but I'm not going to worry about that too much right now. Now I'm going to go in with Shh. It's so weird saying that, like Shh. Taking that directly in the middle, blended into both of those shades. So I got like a tiny little gradient going on. These two shades are very similar, so I'm going to take the darkest shade in here, which is the shade Dream. It's like that kind of charcoal color with some glitter in it. One of those matte glitters. It's got like kind of like a red, like almost like a rose gold shimmer. And I'm really just going to be focusing this one on the outer corner. I'm not going to go in with it too much. Taking it at an angle towards my lash line. Taking a little bit more of Tipsy and just kind of blending that. And more Charisma. I'm going to take a little bit more of Siren, which is that yellow matte, and just add a little bit more to the crease blending up. I do feel like I kind of lost some of that, so I kind of want to bring it back a little bit. Even going kind of on the outside of the outer corner. Now for the inner corner, I'm going to use the shade Gilded, which is like this peachy gold. And it's kind of like a very soft powdery shimmer, but it does have really good pigment. I'm just taking that on my finger. And I'm going to use some of that on my brow bone as well, going in very lightly with it. So I went ahead and did the rest of my face. Now I'm gonna go and finish the lower lash line. So I'm going to take Rival and also this brown Tipsy shade, so these two. I'm gonna start off with Rival. I'm just bringing that down from the outer corner. Kind of getting lighter as I get closer to the inner corner. Now I'm going in with Tipsy. Taking this closer to the lash line. Okay, now I'm going to add some eyeliner to my waterline and put on some lashes. And before I move on to lashes, I'm actually going to take a little bit more of that Gilded Gold that I used on my inner corner and just bring it down to meet my lower lash line eyeshadows. And I'm also going to smudge this lower eyeliner as well. I did put it on pretty heavy, so I'm just blending it out a little bit. And I am going to add just a little bit of liquid liner on top, mostly just to act as a little base for my lashes. Okay, so for lips, I know my eyes are pretty like dark in color, but I kind of want to have like a maroon or burgundy lip. So I'm going to take the shade Bloodshot, and it is a another Morphe liquid lip color. And it first goes on very like a very berry color, but the more you add, the more like burgundy, more dark it becomes. Now I'm debating whether or not to add the lip gloss on top. I feel like it would look good, but I think I want to stick with kind of like the mattes because I got a lot of matte eyeshadow on and I kind of want a matte lip with it as well. And this is the finished look using the Ornate palette. And that is all three looks using the Dark Blooms collection from Colourpop. I absolutely love these. I think they're so beautiful. One of Colourpop's biggest strengths, probably their biggest strength, is their color stories. And I feel like they absolutely nailed this collection. Now let's talk formulas. For the most part, the mattes were pretty awesome. They had a lot of pigment, they blended beautifully. If you recall, I did have some fallout with a few of them, but it was nothing too crazy. Nothing that I would really complain about. I didn't really notice a lot of kick up in the pans except for the matte glitters. But again, that can really also just depend on how you're picking it up with your brush. For the Grandeur palette, they only have like 2 of those matte shimmers. It's these 2. This one has got more glitter than this one. And then this pressed glitter. This is the only palette that has a pressed glitter. I'm not a huge fan of pressed glitters, but this one is actually really nice. My brush was able to pick it up really well. I didn't use these 3 here, but just from swatching them, they look like they're really nice. These shimmers are not too powdery, and I absolutely love the colors in this. I feel like you can do something simple, but you can also add those dramatic colors along with that glitter for a little extra. For the Baroque one, I absolutely love these colors. I don't have anything like this in my collection, and I kind of wish that I did, because there were some looks that I was looking to use blues when I was doing the 31 Days of Halloween, and I feel like this palette would have really come in handy. This one has 3 of those matte glitters, so that is something to keep in mind for this palette if you're not a big fan of them. These 2 multi-shift shimmers, they were a little bit on the drier side, but I didn't have a big problem with them. I still got quite a bit of pigment, and of course using an eye primer will really help with those. And the Ornate one, This one is completely in my comfort zone. I think it's so beautiful. It's got all these warm tones, and I love the addition of this yellow along with this like darker charcoal with the glitter. I feel like this is definitely something I would think of for the fall. And this one only has one of those matte glitters. These shimmers were really nice. They're really pigmented. As for the lipsticks, I think the colors are really pretty. The formula is velvety and soft. However, I don't know if I would have chosen these colors to go with this collection. I feel like it's a little bit out of place. I really loved this lip gloss, and I feel like I will definitely be using it on other lipsticks. Combined with these two, I think it just made them a little bit too light for my liking, but on its own and with other lipsticks, I really liked it. Now I'm only talking about these three here. There are two other lip glosses and one more lipstick that I haven't picked up, so I'm not gonna be able to say anything on those. So overall, I really love these palettes. I think they're absolutely perfect for the fall. They're unique and different, and I think they really complement each other, which I absolutely love. But you can also have just one on its own, and you can create a lot of different looks with each one of these. And can we just take a moment to appreciate this packaging? It is so pretty. It makes me feel like I want to be in like an old garden of like a haunted house or something, like a haunted cottage somewhere in the middle of nowhere with like a greenhouse, and it's raining, and I don't know. That's where my mind goes when I look at these. I think they look so romantic. Now, I have been mentioning that I'm going to be doing a giveaway very soon, and it starts now. So I'm going to be giving away the 3 Dark Blooms palettes along with the Lust lip gloss and the Fatale lipstick. So I have them all here. Now, I know for my first giveaway, I also did another Colourpop palette, but I thought these were absolutely perfect for the next giveaway because I was able to include all 3 along with some lip products as well. So the rules of the giveaway are subscribe to my channel and leave a comment letting me know what your favorite look was of the 3 that I did today. And so it's 1 entry per account. For an extra entry, follow me on Instagram, and in that comment that you leave letting me know what your favorite look was today, leave your Instagram handle as well, and that comment, your entry will count as 2. And that is it. So the giveaway will start once I've uploaded this video, and it will go until November 30th. So you have until November 30th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I will announce the winner on December 1st. And that is all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.